Hello everybody, welcome to Science. Today we're going to sort and classify different types of food. Let's do our star words. Vitamins and minerals, nutrition, balanced diet. Great, let's find out the definitions. A balanced diet includes eating all the different types of food in different amounts. And nutrition is obtaining the food that is necessary for your health and growth by eating and drinking. Vitamins and minerals are nutrients your body needs in small amounts to work properly and stay healthy. So here is our food wheel, and you can see on the food wheel that we have 5 sections. We have fruits and vegetables, carbohydrates, dairy and alternatives, and then we have the proteins. And down the 2 sides, we have things that you should eat less often, which contain fats, such as oils and spreads, and foods with high sugar content, and that should be eaten less often. So let's have a look then. What did you have for breakfast today, or what are you going to have for breakfast? If it's the afternoon, maybe what did you have for lunch today? Can you spot any of the foods on the food wheel that you've already eaten today?
Not all food is good for us. There are foods that might taste nice, but they don't give our bodies any of the nutrients we need. Instead, they contain high levels of fat or sugar. These are foods that we need to try to eat less often. Which do you think are in this group? Foods such as sweets, crisps, and chocolates certainly are. While these foods are okay to eat once in a while, they can be damaging to us if we eat too much of them. For example, too much sugar can cause a problem for our teeth. This is called tooth decay. Children aged between 4 and 6 years old should eat no more than 19 grams of sugar a day. That's less than 5 sugar cubes. Just 1 can of Fizzy Cola contains a whopping 36 grams. That's 9 whole cubes of sugar, which means if you drink just 1 can of Fizzy Cola, you've had almost 2 times as much sugar as you should have in a day. Of course, lots of different types of food contain fat or sugar. For example, fruit contains sugar and cheese contains fat. The difference is that these foods contain nutrients that we need, and we actually need some fats and sugars from these foods for our bodies to work properly. To fuel your body, you need to eat many different types of food. Luckily, nature has given us lots of healthy options to choose from.
Now you've probably noticed here that the fruit and veg section and the carbohydrate section are the biggest sections of our food wheel. And that's because they're the foods we want to be eating more of. Okay, and we're going to find out a little bit more about that in a minute. But just to go through some of them, the carbohydrates contain potatoes, breads, pastas, and other starchy foods, such as rice, spaghetti, porridge, and some cereals, couscous, Weetabix, pita bread, lots of different types of carbohydrates. And we want these in our diet, preferably whole grain or higher fibre options to give us lots of energy. Over this side, we've got the fruits and vegetables, and again, we want lots of these in our diet because they help to give us vitamins and nutrients, and we know that our body needs vitamins and nutrients to grow well.
You probably know that it's important to eat fruit and vegetables, but do you know why? Fruit and vegetables contain some very important nutrients that our bodies need. These include vitamins, minerals, and fibre. Do you know what vitamins and minerals are? Vitamins and minerals help our bodies to work properly. We only need them in small amounts, but we do need lots of different ones. The very best way to make sure we get all the nutrients we need is to eat a wide variety of different foods. All of the healthy food that we eat contains vitamins and minerals. To get enough of all the vitamins and minerals our bodies need, it's very important to eat a variety of fruit and vegetables. And vitamins do some very important jobs indeed. Vitamin A, found in orange fruit and vegetables, such as apricots and carrots, and dark leafy vegetables, such as Savoy cabbage, helps to keep our vision healthy. Vitamin B1 helps our bodies release energy from food so that we don't feel tired. Lots of fruit and vegetables contain vitamin B1, including peas, spinach, and mushrooms. Vitamin C, which is found in citrus fruits such as oranges and lemons, as well as in strawberries, tomatoes and broccoli, among others, is important for helping our bodies heal. For example, if we graze a knee. You can see that vitamins are really amazing. They protect us and make us strong. Fruit and vegetables are also a really important source of fibre. Fibre helps to keep our digestive system healthy. Do you know what is meant by your digestive system? Your digestive system allows your body to take in the nutrients from the food you eat, starting from your mouth, moving through your stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. Fibre helps this process work properly in order to keep our bodies working as they should. We should make sure to eat at least 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day to get all of the nutrients our bodies need from them. A portion is the amount you can hold in your cupped hand. And a great tip is to try and eat as many different colours as possible so that we get lots of different vitamins and minerals. What are some of your favourite fruits and vegetables? See if you can think of fruit and vegetables to match every colour of the rainbow.
So our vitamins and nutrients are coming from carrots, cucumbers, chopped tomatoes, raisins, mushrooms, broccoli, and then we've got the next food group here. And we really want to be eating more beans and pulses, and preferably lean meat. If we're eating meat, which is not essential, we need to be eating lean choices. So choices of meat that have less fat. Okay, because we know that we don't want to have too much fat in our diet. And then we've got our dairy and alternatives. And our dairy and alternatives include milk, soya milk, oat milk, cheese, soft cream cheese, and then we've got that small section of the oils and spreads, and preferably want to be going for unsaturated fats. So, foods to eat less of. We want less fats, oils and sugar, because they can be bad for us, so we should eat them less often. Whereas our proteins, which can be found in nuts, beans, lentils, lean meat, fish and eggs, help to keep our body healthy and need to be eaten often. Fruits and vegetables contain lots of nutrients and vitamins, which bodies need to stay healthy. So again, remind yourself, what are your favourite fruits and vegetables? My favourite fruit is pineapple, and I also really like eating mangoes. What's your favourite fruit or your favourite vegetable? My favourite vegetable is probably broccoli. Foods to eat regularly. So as we saw on that wheel, the carbohydrate section was as big as the fruit and vegetable section, and that's because carbohydrates such as bread, rice and pasta give us energy, and these help us to move around and to think. So why is it important to have a healthy diet? Well, it gives us more energy, especially if we carry our exercise with it. It can boost our confidence. The healthier we are, the better we feel within ourselves, which makes us more happy and therefore gives us more energy. And it can also prevent illnesses. So catching illnesses because we have the right vitamins and nutrients. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a plate and I'm going to be adding some food to. So I've drawn a plate. It doesn't have to be perfect. You might like to get an adult to help you with your circle, but if not, just give it your best go. Now I remember from the video that I need to be thinking around 1/3 of my plate needs to be fruits and vegetables, and a third of my plate needed to be carbohydrates. And within the other third, I need to split it into proteins, dairy and alternative, and fats and spreads. So I'm going to label the sections. So I'm going to have my vegetables, protein, dairy. If you're vegan, you can always put dairy alternatives. And lastly, carbohydrates. That pen doesn't work. So I've got all the sections now for my food, and I now need to think, what did I have for lunch, or what did I have for breakfast, or what will I have for lunch or breakfast? Now, it doesn't matter if yours doesn't quite fill in the correct sections as I've drawn out here. I just want you to be honest about what you actually had for lunch or breakfast or dinner, whichever one you've chosen to do. Now, I'm going to start off. I had some chicken for my lunch today. Obviously, if you're a vegetarian or you don't eat as much meat, or you haven't had any meat, in your protein section, you might be putting beans or pulses or chickpeas instead. But I'm going to put in the chicken that I had for my lunch. So this is the chicken fillet that I had for my lunch today. It probably doesn't look that much like chicken, but that is a piece of chicken. Along with my chicken, I had lots of broccoli because it's my favourite. So this is me drawing some broccoli. And with my broccoli, I had some sprouts because it's that time of year still, just about. And with that, I also had some mushrooms. And these are all vegetables. And they are providing me with lots of nutrients and vitamins that are going to help me to grow and to be healthy. So what carbohydrates did I have with all of this? I actually had some white rice with my lunch today. So I'm going to draw my white rice in. It's quite hard to draw rice, but yeah, this is what I'm going to put as my rice. And then in the dairy section, I sprinkled a little bit of cheese on top of my chicken. A little bit of cheese, not very much, but a little bit of cheese. So, okay, so I've drawn what I had for my lunch. Now I need to be thinking about how healthy was it? Well, actually, this lunch was quite healthy. I didn't really include any fats and spreads. I did use a little bit of oil when I was cooking, so I will add a little bit of oil in as well, but not very much. What was healthy about my meal and what could I have made healthier? So for me, I'm quite happy. I think that this was a relatively healthy meal because it had lots of vegetables to give me vitamins and nutrients. It had carbohydrates to give me energy, protein, and a little bit of dairy. What could have made it more healthy? Maybe I could have used less oil when I was cooking my chicken. Maybe I could have had brown rice because it's got more fibre than white rice, and it's a bit of a more of a slow release energy. So maybe I could swap my white rice to some brown rice. But I want to know what about your meal was healthy and what about your meal wasn't so healthy. And you can just tell me on the back of your sheet, or you might even want to do another meal and show me what you could have had instead. Either way, that's absolutely fine. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you've created on Seesaw. If your first meal wasn't very healthy, don't worry about it. This is all about us learning and trying to keep a balanced diet. And I'll speak to you all soon.